Someone pushed me and I went tumbling down the stairs. I hit my head on the handrail. I held my head in pain, and that's when I realized that one very important thing was missing. Oh no, this can't be happening! I tried to get up, but the throbbing in my head got worse. Kate, who was supposed to be keeping it a secret, was waving my hearing aid in the air for everyone to see. Give it back, Kate!
Give what back, Molly? This little hearing aid?
I jumped and tried to reach it, but missed. Kate and her friends laughed as a crowd started to gather. I knew I was doomed. I buried my face in my hands and started weeping. Kate leaned in closer. That's when I grabbed her hand and bit hard.
Ouch, you psycho! You bit me!
She dropped the hearing aid and I grabbed it and bolted out of there. Hi, my name is Molly and I live in London. Please subscribe and keep watching the video to find out what's going on here. Even though I was born deaf, my parents were rich and I lived a pretty decent life. I never lacked anything, and my mom worked extra hard to make sure that I was comfortable and protected. That might sound like it was a good thing, but I hated it. One time when I was 7, my parents had guests over for business or something, and everyone kept staring at me and petting me like I was some helpless puppy. At one point, I got so agitated and just screamed at one of the guests, who was petting my head, stepped on her foot, and ran out of there. My dad was furious at me while Mom was furious at the guest. Why would you pet her like a dog just because she is deaf? There she was again, always defending my bad behavior because I was deaf. As I grew older, Mom kept insisting that I get ear surgery to make my hearing better. Against my will, she took me from doctor to doctor, and most of them told her the same thing, that the surgeries she wanted was too risky for me, and they could not guarantee that I would regain hearing. I don't need to be fixed, Mom. I'm not a broken toy, so just stop. No one in school, except Kate, my friend from kindergarten, knew I was deaf. I always kept my hair down to hide the hearing aids, and since I had perfected my speech over the years, no one suspected a thing. But Kate and I drifted apart over time after she started dating Dario, the rich and popular bad boy of the school, even though she knew I had the biggest crush on him. Kate, how could you? You knew I liked him.
Do you know him? You're just jealous because he chose me over a deaf girl. Did you honestly think you had a chance?
After that, my relationship with Kate completely changed. She became the mean girl while I was left with no friends. And that's how I found myself at the bottom of the stairs with Kate holding my hearing aid for the whole school to see. I was now officially the poor little deaf girl. When I got home that evening, I told Mom everything, and as always, she overreacted. Oh, honey, this would have never happened if you gotten that surgery. Mom, we already talked about this. I don't need fixing, so just drop it. Okay. Let's just go get you checked. You hit your head after all, so we need to make sure you're okay. I let her drag me to the hospital. After a few tests and scans, the doctor concluded that I might have a concussion and that they needed to admit me and observe me overnight. This was not part of the plan, Mom. I want to go home. Molly, please. Stop being so stubborn. Just do what the doctor says. Whatever, Mom, but tomorrow morning I'm out of here. The smile she gave me should have warned me that she was up to something. The next time I woke up, I realized that I shouldn't have trusted my mom. Thank you for this, doctor. I know she will hate me when she wakes up, but it had to be done. You don't need to thank me yet. Let's just wait and see if the surgery was successful or not. Surgery? I tried to adjust my hearing aids, and to my surprise, they were not there, which meant I could hear clearly without my hearing aids. Mom must have asked the doctor to do the surgery she'd always wanted for me. How could she do this without my consent? This made me so mad, so I decided to teach her a lesson. I sat up slowly, pretending to be confused and not knowing where I was. Mom? When she heard me, she turned, a worried look on her face. Oh, baby, how are you feeling? I looked at her, pointed to my ears, then shook my head. Sweetie, can you hear me? Mom, I need my hearing aids. I can't hear what you're saying. I shouted and used sign language at the same time. The look on her face was priceless, and I almost burst out laughing. She looked at the doctor with desperation as he examined my ears. Everything looks fine. So why can't she hear? Let's just give it a few days until the swelling goes down, then we can test her hearing again. Give me back my money. The doctor looked terrified. That was not our deal. I told you from the start that I could not guarantee that the surgery would work. Also, I risked my career by doing it against Molly's will. Mom must have seen red because she picked her purse and attacked the poor doctor with it. I tried so hard not to laugh. Security guards rushed in and dragged Mom and her killer purse out of the hospital. At home, I continued to pretend I was still deaf. This is why I didn't want to do it, Mom. I'm so sorry. I just wanted you to have a normal life and not have to wear hearing aids. My life was normal. Then why did you hide your hearing aids and ask Kate not to tell anyone about them? She had me there. I didn't want to be seen as the poor little deaf girl at school. You already do that at home. I'm not some helpless kid, Mom. Molly, I'm so sorry. I just wanted you to be happy. Seeing her crying almost made me confess, but I was still so mad at her, so I let her cry. I went back to school ready to face the trouble I had brewed with Kate. As expected, she and her new friends were waiting for me and they blocked my way to class. Kate, get out of my way.
Or what? Can you read my lips, or should I speak slower for you?
I shot her a deadly look and clenched my fists.
Oh, you're so scary. Is that because the surgery didn't work?
Kate's mom was my mom's best friend, so of course she knew about my failed surgery.
Why are you trying so hard to fit in? Just wear your stupid hearing aids and spare us all the trouble of talking slowly.
I had had it, and just when I was about to start throwing punches, Dario and Marcus, his biker friend, showed up. Dario was just as mean as Kate. Sometimes I wondered why I was crushing on him. I knew he was there to join Kate in humiliating me, so I started to back away. But what he did next surprised me. He pushed Kate out of the way and grabbed my hand. Marcus took the bag and carried it for me. Together, they walked me to class, leaving Kate and her minions shocked and confused. What was going on? For the next couple of weeks, Dario and Marcus became my two very hot personal bodyguards. Marcus even offered to pick me up every morning on his bike. The bike was what attracted him to every girl in school, and being seen with him on the bike was a badge of honor. Only the hottest girls had ever been on it, so his offer made me feel so special. Dario started learning sign language, and it felt so good to see him try to impress me. For the first time, I was loving the attention, which motivated me to keep up my deaf act. One day after lunch, Dario seemed so nervous, and I got curious. Is everything okay? Without a word, Dario hopped on the cafeteria table and tried to get the attention of everyone. Excuse me, everyone. Can you all give me your attention? With that, the whole cafeteria went silent. I was confused when Dario took my hand and helped me up on the table. Everyone was now staring, and a few cameras were already recording and taking pictures. I was about to get off the table when Dario grabbed me and kissed me, and then picked me up and spun me like they did in the movies. It was a miracle we didn't fall off the table. I looked at Kate's table and I expected to see smoke coming out of her ears, but to my surprise, she was laughing. Okay, that was strange. How could she just be fine with what her boyfriend just did? My answer came a few days later, and it was not good, guys, so brace yourselves. I was in the bathroom thinking about how amazing the past few weeks had been when Kate and her friends walked in and started talking.
I can't believe you just let her kiss your boyfriend, Kate. Oh, that little show he put on? It was nothing. Dario doesn't even like her like that. What do you mean? Oh, you foolish girls. Do you think a rich bad boy like Dario would take any interest in Molly? This whole thing has been a dare. Marcus dared Dario to make Molly fall in love with him, then break up with her soon in front of the whole school. It's gonna be epic. My heart sank. I was about to open the stall door when Kate continued talking. It doesn't even matter anyway. I don't like Dario like that. He's just good for my reputation. Now Marcus is who I'm crazy for. For reals? Yeah, we've been hooking up behind Dario's back for a while now. The dare was Marcus's idea to keep Dario preoccupied as we sneaked around. Just then I came out and the other girls panicked. Oh, don't worry, girls. She can't hear a word you say. Just don't talk facing her. The girls sized me up, laughed, and walked out of the bathroom, flipping their hair in my face. After a while of crying and self-pity in the bathroom, I composed myself and decided to go confront Dario. As soon as I walked into class, Dario got up to hug me, but I pushed him. What's wrong, Molly? Drop the act, Dario. I know everything. No, actually, I heard everything. I turned to Kate and she looked terrified. What? What are you talking about? That's right, Kate. I'm not really deaf.
The surgery worked, and I've been faking it this whole time.
You're bluffing.
Am I really? I went to the school media room and connected my phone to the speaker system. Everyone listened in horror as Kate exposed herself. You see, since I started acting like I was deaf, I realized that people disregarded me and kept revealing their dirty little secrets in my presence, so I got in the habit of recording everything on my phone. Now, I had enough secrets to destroy lives, not just of the kids, but the teachers as well. I walked out of the school knowing that I would never show my face there again, but I had taught everyone a lesson. I arrived home to find Mom on the phone. When she saw me, she turned her back to me and went on with her phone conversation. Molly doesn't know she's adopted. We've never told her because we didn't want to upset her. I dropped my bag and leaned against the wall, breathing heavily. Instant tears started to stream down my face. How could they not have told me? When Mom turned and saw me crying, I expected her to comfort me, but she burst out laughing. You heard everything I said, didn't you? In fact, you've been hearing for weeks now. Wait, you knew? Of course I did. You can't fool me, I'm your mother. But you just said I'm adopted. Mom laughed even harder. I got you really good, didn't I? Mom, that's so mean. Now we are even. Yeah, we are. By the way, we need to look for a new school. I kind of destroyed the other one. Mom's eyes widened and I knew I was in for an evening of pain.